Head coach Geoff, coach, if you could open up with a brief statement about the first day of spring ball.
Sure. Well, I do know Demo is here today, so we should have preloaded this as Demo introducing me, but I guess we'll make do with Mike Flynn. It was fun to be back out here on the grass. A little inclement weather, so we kept mostly everything inside today. A little team run, team force, we went outside, but most everything was in the indoor. And just where we are now, 343 days from the last year's start of spring practice, it is night and day. I just went over some stats of the guys, how efficient we were in our work today, how many reps we got in team run, team force, in 7-on-7 today. We got 40 plays in 9 minutes and 38 minutes, which is pretty good. So just understand the tempo, the pace that we practice at, just everything. Just from day one since we've been back in January, we are light years ahead of where we were this time last year, and then even more so showed when we got out on the field today. So just they've had a really good offseason. I've said it a lot. Our team is built and forged and made in January and February. And the things the guys did work ethic-wise, Coach Corrala and our outstanding strength staff did with this football team, they earned all the gains that they had with their size, with their strength. Bench press, this time last year, we had 3 people in the organization that could bench press 225 pounds over 20 times. One of those was our 188-pound strength coach. Now we have 6 guys that bench press 225 over 30 times. Probably a little under half the team can do it 20 times. So just the work ethic, the size, the strength, all of those things, it's starting to look the way we want it to look around here. And just excited about the way the guys practice, came out here regardless of the weather and put the ball down and played. So,
questions?
Can you talk a little bit about the numbers and the single digits, guys resetting their numbers?
So we've got probably numbers-wise, there's over 100 guys that are out here, and just excited about how they're coming out here, attacking everything, and playing at a high level, being a great, great teammates, great team leaders, all those kind of things.
I meant like.
I know what you meant.
You kind of talked about last year and this year kind of being, you can't really compare the two. Do you feel like, having gone through kind of everything that y'all did last year and just laying the foundation of everything, do you feel like now that that has all been done, that's all been done away with, that you can accelerate at a quicker pace that you want to?
Yeah, we've done that. I mean, we're so far ahead, and we come in there and we explain how we do team run, team force. You guys saw it. Last year we had to practice. Obviously we couldn't use footballs, we couldn't get in formations, but we would have to go and explain how we do each drill, and then we would do it up downs, we would do half gassers. This year we didn't have to do that. We worked all the way up until Saturday morning at 5:01 a.m. We were working with our team without having to worry about how we practice, because our guys understand it. They know that we go from team run to team force to team run, and what those transitions are. When we go two-spot, they understand those transitions. When we go special team circuits, where every single player on our team is getting individual technique reps at every single phase of special teams, you're not having to draw a roadmap and walk them through it. They hit it, they attack it, we run, we move, and we get a lot done. And so, I mean, it's a fun group to coach. There are a lot of great guys. Obviously, they're highly intelligent, and they've picked up things very quickly. But culturally, where we are 343 days since last spring ball is light years ahead.
Because you're not having to explain what's next, can it be more of a player-driven team?
That's what we're working on. So that's what we've been making sure. You guys saw me. I brought the leaders and some of the captains up more so today than I normally would, just to illustrate the point that we just had a 10-minute 7-on-7 period and we got 40 reps in. That is the expectation. Make sure that is the expectation in every single thing that we do. And so just to illustrate those points, when we went, team moved the field, we got a bunch of reps, team run, team force, all those things. It's pretty cool to see.
You have the early enrollees and a grad transfer.
Yeah.
How they adapted to the new system.
Yeah, really good. I thought, and I've said it, I think, in the past, but I'll say it again. One of the biggest compliments when I asked David Curry and Chris Martin toward the beginning of February, late January, I said, how are the new guys assimilating into our culture? How are they fitting in, buying into our culture? And the best quote that I heard was, Coach, they are the culture. They were recruited for an entire year, exactly what this place is. Everything that we put on social media is an actual representation of who our locker room is, who our culture is, what we believe in. They chose to come to Georgia Tech because of those principles, and they live it and they breathe it. And I thought that was a really good compliment for those guys. Obviously, the football piece, all of this part is brand new. But the workouts and all those things, they did a great job. And we have a Big Brothers program, so they kind of take them through and make sure they're on the same page at all times. But it's a really good group.
How did Tobias look? Did you get a chance to see him?
Yeah, I did. So in Indy, and then the drills looked really good. Excited for him because at that position he's going to play corner throughout spring. Just he's able to affect the game on every single play. Obviously, he has unbelievable physical gifts, but he is such a competitor. And obviously, it'll be more when I'm able to watch the tape this afternoon. But just his attitude, his mindset. Who Tobias Oliver has been this entire offseason, January and February, is everything we want in a Georgia Tech football player. He's an unbelievable teammate, has great work ethic, great attitude, positive energy every time he comes into the building, does things on his own to be a great player. There he is, probably one of the last ones off the field right there. Really excited about him in this program.
You flipped Jerry and Bruce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you kind of talk about the decision?
Sure. So that was on them. They came to me and asked if they could do it, and I thought it was great for both of their personal professional development. And it's something they're both excited about doing. I still see a point in time where we do get Jerry some carries, but I'm excited for both of them. Both have had a great attitude throughout the offseason and getting out and on here doing it. The things are going to be moving really fast, especially for Jerry early, but high character kid, highly intelligent kid. I think he's going to do really well once he gets a couple more practices under his belt.
With a guy like Antonius, he didn't play a single down
Sure.
last year, but I believe that he was one of the leader captains that y'all had.
Sure.
The
Sure.
10 teams
Yep,
that y'all
yep.
have. What have you kind of seen, not just from him,
Right.
since last season ended, and kind of understanding that his role expanded
Sure.
greatly
So
this year?
the neat thing is I've got such a long history with Antonius. I've known him since he was about 16 years old, and just to see how he's matured, how he's grown, how he took last season's setback that thinking he was going to be eligible and then he wasn't, and the way he handled it with class, the way he worked every single day, was an unbelievable teammate. Supported the other guys at the position. Came to work every single day to help make Zach Quinney and Jack DeFore better every single day. Really proud of him as a man, and since I knew him since he was a high schooler, and now to see him going into his senior year in college, I'm just glad I get to be around him every day. And I think you could say the same thing for Derek Allen. You could say the same thing for Marquez Ezzard. How they handled last season under what I imagine is some circumstances that they didn't choose. But they came out every single day and were great guys, great members of this football program, and just excited to see them develop as we go through spring ball.
A couple more for Coach.
Kind of looking, sorry,
Go
kind
ahead,
of
Tori, and then Kelly.
going off of, this is a little bit off topic, but it's the first time we get to talk to you about Jameer Gibbs.
Sure.
What was that relationship like between Tashard Choice and Jameer Gibbs? Because that was really what he
Sure,
said sold it
sure,
for him.
absolutely. I think all of our position coaches, we talk about to recruit to your position. Obviously, we have areas that we recruit as well at a very high level, and but I just think it was very special. Very early in the recruiting process this time last year, we designated Jameer Gibbs as our number one running back of all the running backs in the country, and he was our guy. We knew he would fit in here very well. His skill set, his drive, his determination, all of those things, and we had him as number one. And he committed to us, I think it was in June, and was able to stay solid with us the whole way through. And I think Tashard Choice and the whole coaching staff did a great job with that relationship and building layers, of relationships around him. And, we're lucky that he's coming to choose to come play for us. So just excited about him, as well as all the other signees that chose to come here as well, and the mid-year guys. So it's really cool.
You had,
Kelly and then Maria.
Okay.
you had Charlie with you in the DB group.
Yeah, yeah.
what facilitated moving in?
Yeah, so I mean it's really a natural fit for him and what we do schematically last year because we had only inherited I think 3 linebackers. Charlie had to be unselfish and play some Willie linebacker, and he played it at a very high level for us. But just for his professional development, life after what he's done playing for us, it was important for him to make that move. We fully support it. Any time one of our players, has a natural disposition to feel like they can contribute and have life in this game after they leave here, we want to maximize that potential. Same thing with Bruce Jordan-Swilling, same thing with Jerry Howard, because we're all in for the development of our players. And, if he sees himself as a nickel Sam linebacker, we're excited to see him develop at that position. And, he's had a good winter, really good winter actually, and I'm just proud of him, his maturity and his development. And I think his really positive attitude throughout is us respecting his wishes and giving him a chance to do, what he sees himself being able to do here and at the next level.
Can you talk about James Graham, what your expectations are for him and what it's been like, how beneficial it is to have an elevated level of competition?
Yeah, absolutely. So, the big thing with us is we want to make sure that everybody that plays for us in this organization is an unbelievable teammate. They work extremely hard. They study on and off the field and make sure they're performing every single way at a very high level. The first thing he's got to do is be a great teammate. You've seen him over the last 2 months really take pride in that and elevating that. His study habits have improved, doing extra in the film room, all those things. And I do think, Jordan Yates has had a really good offseason. Obviously, Tucker and Geoff coming in here as mid-year guys, as 2 of the best, high school quarterbacks in the country, choosing to come play quarterback for us. That's going to elevate everybody's game. Competition, is very important in this program. And as you elevate the talent level at every position, the competitive nature rises for you to get playing time to still be above the line. And I think he's taken pride in that. The maturity process, too. I mean, we can't forget he was a redshirt freshman last year. Now he's going into his redshirt sophomore season. Lessons that he's learned, things that he can grow upon that he might have made mistakes last year. Those have been elevated at a high level, and especially having new competition, helps that. But really proud of him in the offseason.
I noticed that Brenton and Wesley weren't here. What's their status?
Yeah, they're,
Offensive line-wise, you have a lot more numbers than you finished last year with, and how good does that feel?
It's great. We had 4 mid-year guys, offensive line. We made sure that we keep elevating that position. It's no secret we inherited an offensive line that was 6'1", 264 pounds, and the signees average, I think it's 6'5", 297 or something like that, and just length, size, all of those things, and then getting here at the mid-year was huge. The 2 positions that are that you need to invest more time in to be able to play early, offensive line and quarterbacks, and we got 6 guys at those 2 positions here practicing with us. We got another freshman, Akilo Stone, at the defensive tackle position, and then Jalen Huff is a great story in and of itself. He's a young man that came in here weighing mid-150s, and he's up to, I think, 170-something, 176. He came in here, he bench pressed 185 pounds twice, and when they tested him after 8 weeks, he did it 7 times, 225 pounds 7 times. So I just think hats off to our strength staff and what they've done with our players, and just excited about how we go about the next 14 practices of spring.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.